Hello everybody, welcome to our Medieval Dynasty Survival Guide. So we have a fun little guide on how to marry another player today. This is obviously for people who are playing on Oxbow, doing the co-op stuff, for all those cute, adorable couples out there who, maybe want their characters to get married, or friends. I'm not going to judge. Do what you want. Love is love, right? And so it's a very easy process to do this. All you have to do is basically emote, and that'll bring that up for you. So to emote on the keyboard anyway, you're gonna press the B as in boy key, and that's going to bring up all your emotes. You're going to want to go to special, and I'm playing solo on this particular one, so I don't have a person here to demonstrate this with, but you'd find this little propose option here basically, and you're going to click that. Now for me, I'm just going to do the little emote, the emote itself, where I'm like proposing, but for those who are actually, playing with another person and you're actually proposing to someone, you're going to get like another little wheel that's going to pop up, and it's going to be like, who do you want to marry? And obviously this is in the case of like if you're playing with several people, it wants to make sure that you're choosing the right person. So you just click who you want, like from the little list that they give you, and they'll be like, are you sure you want to marry them? Just click yes, and they will get a little notification that'll pop up, and they'll be like, this person wants to marry you. Do you say yes? But basically, yes or no. And they click yes, and you'll get your cute little marriage cutscene that you might be familiar with if you've played this game and been married before. It's the same cutscene that plays, and everybody is all like, woo, happy times. And then when you're out of the cutscene, you're back in the game, you will discover that you are married. Whoever your spouse is will move into your house. So you'll be moved into the same house, which is great if you are, if that's something that you wanted to do, is actually live in the same house. You can do that. And then there you go, you are married. Now the other kind of half of that is, can you have kids with the person you're playing with / your partner, your spouse in the game? And the answer is yes, you can do that as well. And it's basically the same kind of process. You're going to press the emote key again. That's the B as in boy key. You're going to go to special, and then you'll see a little option here that'll be like have kids or ask for like children or something like that. You'll just click it again, and again, it's obviously gonna go to your spouse, and it'll be like, are you sure you want to ask this person to have kids with you? Say yes. They'll once more get a prompt that will pop up being like, blah 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 wants to have kids with you. Do you agree? And they'll say yes, or rather they'll click yes, and then they will suddenly become pregnant. They'll notice that they have like a little an icon at the bottom. I don't know if it's the left or right. Might be the left. I can't remember which one it is. But at the bottom of their screen, either on the left or the right, they're going to have a little like meter. And they'll notice that as each season passes, that meter increases. And I think it's like 3 seasons. I don't know if it's coming into the 3rd season or coming into the 4th season, but one of those, that's when whoever's pregnant is going to give birth. So you'll have like that little cutscene again of like, having your first child. It's adorable. And then you'll notice that there is going to be a baby in the cradle. It'll be like a little cradle that spawns, and the baby will be in the cradle. Now you don't have to take care of the baby. No one takes care of the baby technically, which is, what it is. And so you and your spouse are still able to go about and work and do what you need to do. The baby just hangs out in their little cradle all day. Now you might experience a glitch. When I was doing this with my lovely partner, she and I, our baby disappeared from the cradle, which was scary. They're still like alive because they're still like in the village management, but they just kind of disappeared from the cradle. So you might notice that too. It's fine. Don't worry about it. They are just there somewhere. And so that's that. Now the cool thing about this as well, if you're playing co-op, is that you can actually have 2 children. If you're playing solo, you typically can only have 1 child. I don't know if they've changed that. I haven't actually asked my wife to see if she wants to have a second kid yet, but typically you can only have 1 child, at least you and your wife on the solo. playthrough. But if you are if you're playing co-op and you have a player as your spouse, you guys can actually have 2 kids, which is awesome because these houses have like 2 beds. So so you just do the same thing. As soon as they give birth, basically you can literally ask them like the next day and be like, hey, do you want to have kids? And they'll be like, yes, and the same thing will happen. And then when that child is born, same thing, they'll be in a cradle. And I would definitely recommend having 2 kids because keep in mind, you are both, the idea here is the dynasty, right? So eventually you and your partner are going to like die of old age, whatever it might be. And you're going to pass your village on to your heirs. Well, if you only have one heir, there's not really much that your partner can do. They're going to be, they're probably going to have to create like a new character or something. So, which is not helpful because they don't get like that boost in skills that, children get. So definitely have 2 kids, and you can choose the gender and you can choose the name for them. You both get a choice. You can be like, yes, this is what we want and all that. So you get to choose what you want, which is ideal because obviously if you are a character who likes to play guys, you might want a son, or if you're a character who likes to play girls, you might want a daughter. You have that ability to choose what your child ends up being. You choose their name, all that, and then when you guys are ready to retire or die or whatever, you can then become your heir when they're 18. And there you go, you both have one to control basically in the future. But that is about it for marrying and having kids with players in co-op mode. If you have questions, do let me know in the comments. Otherwise, thanks so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Till then, keep surviving and keep thriving.